This is world system theory again for the students of third semester major course and who are aware of what is Marxism or what is Marx theory of class struggle. They can easily realize this world system theory. Actually, after the post-colonial period, some of the thinkers who are influenced by Marxism or who are actually the follower of Marxism, they said that after the colonial period even, the class struggle has not ended. Actually, class division has assumed a regional character. That means earlier it was remained within the state, but after the colonial period or post-colonial period, it assumed a regional character. Why? Because of the capitalist system of economy throughout the world or most part of the world. Most part of the world, the countries are following capitalist system of economy, and though class struggle or class character may not be visible within the state, but it is actually spread through the region and it assumed a regional character. So they are influenced by Marxism and this idea of accumulation of wealth. So wealth is not only accumulated within the state or within the country, wealth is accumulated according to them after the post-colonial period in the hands of the big powers. Those who are capitalist countries, those who are big powers, wealth are accumulated in their hands, and so automatically division take place in the international area. Some of the states belong to haves and some are have-nots. Those who are accumulating the wealth, they are the capitalist class, they are the mean class, and those who are unable to accumulate wealth or those who are economically backward, they are have-nots. So class division has assumed a regional character in the post-colonial period. Pre-colonial period, it is within the state, there is differences between rich and poor. Still there is the differences between the rich and poor, but it has assumed regional character because of the fact that number of new countries got independence and it was not possible for them to become as developed as their earlier ruler. So they are already advanced, and that is why those countries which got independence after the end of the colonial period, they were remain backward, economically backward, and that is why there are two classes in the whole international area. One is rich class and one is poor class. That means some countries are rich and some countries are poor, and automatically the rich countries, they are exploiting the poor countries. Then the world is divided into core and periphery region. Core means which are developed countries and periphery means which are underdeveloped country. In terms of wealth accumulation, that means if you are in a position to accumulate wealth, if you are a very rich country, then you are there within the core. And if you are unable to accumulate capital or there is deficiency of capital in your own country, then you will belong to that periphery region. In system in which the rich capitalist core regions dominate over the poor periphery, mainly the third world regions. That means there are two regions. Broadly there are two regions. Core regions means developed regions, periphery regions means underdeveloped regions. Core regions means more accumulation of capital, periphery regions means less accumulation of capital, and automatically those who are unable to accumulate the capital, they are dependent on those core regions, and core regions, they took the chance and they exploited the periphery regions. So it is their theory. They actually extended the theory of Marxian interpretation of class struggle in regional circle. Then semi-periphery is not as advanced as core. That means some of the countries are there which may not be so much underdeveloped like the third world countries, but they are not even as advanced as the developed countries. So these are known as semi-periphery region. So they are not as developed as the core but ahead of periphery in terms of wealth accumulation. So those who are within the semi-periphery region, they may not be as poor as the periphery regions countries, but they are not as advanced as the core countries, because it is not possible for them even to become or include themselves in the core regions. So some of the countries are there, then then there may be core and periphery within the core and periphery. That means core and periphery are relative terms. As for example, you take the example of Mumbai. What happened? The Mumbai city may be termed as core area because it is a developed area, but other areas of Maharashtra may be described as periphery area because they are dependent on Mumbai, or they are less advanced than Mumbai, and there is less capital accumulation in those areas. So it is a relative term, and periphery regions and new class struggle would involve the core and periphery region, and along with that, some of the countries within the periphery may belong to core region. You can take the example of Singapore even. Singapore within the Asian region is not so developed, but within the Asian countries it is more or less a very developed country. So within the periphery it belongs to a core region. So core and periphery are relative terms. The same country, some of the place of same country may belong to core area, but other regions belong to periphery area. So you just remember one thing, that periphery means underdeveloped countries, core means developed countries, but within the periphery or within an underdeveloped region, some areas or some states may be much more developed, and they may be termed as semi-core region or core region. And another thing is that though colonialism is not there and class struggle is also not going on in some, class struggle is there in some form or others, but it has extended its character to regional areas or in regional areas, and they said that those countries who have accumulated capital in their hands, they are ruling the whole international areas, they are responsible for framing the economic policies of the whole world, they are responsible for controlling the markets, they are responsible for introducing free market economy, everything. And those which are underdeveloped country, they are still not in a position to develop their own economy. And another thing is that still now those countries which belong to core areas, they are actually still now taken the raw materials and the cheap labor for industrial purposes from the periphery region to the core region, because they have already industrially developed, machines are there, they are industrially advanced countries, but still they are following the same principle of taking away the raw materials and cheap labors from the periphery region. The same system of colonialism is going on in another name, and that's why they said that this world system theory actually implies that the Marxism is extended to regional areas. Class struggle is still there, but not between two classes within the nations, but it has extended to regional areas, and most of the regions which are underdeveloped, these are termed as periphery, and those who are developed, these are core. But among the core, some regions may not be so much developed, so it again become periphery, and some areas are there which are not as poor as the backward countries, so these are known as semi-periphery area. But though they belong to semi-periphery area, but there is little chance for them to touch the level of the core area. And another thing is that in the same country also, some area may be termed as core area and some area may be termed as periphery area, because within the country also some regions are very much advanced and some regions are backward. But the main point is that struggle between the rich and poor are going on. Rich is controlling everything and poor has nothing to do. They have to follow the dictation, whatever dictation are given by the core areas for maintaining their economic system. So still now some kind of colonialism is existed in the country. So thank you.